XRP, we start with the daily chart. Okay, first things we need to, this is the question that the XRP, the price of the XRP will reach 10 cent before we get the next move. All right. And the second things that we should know that based on the news, on the 19th, the Coinbase will suspend the trading and deposit of the XRP, and we need to know what's the impact. At least we aware of this news. Any traders trading on the XRP. Okay. First, we need to know that whether we can get the price of the XRP to, the price can reach 10 cent or not. Okay. As I explained in my last video, based on daily, we need to know how deep this one can go. And I explained that there is a possibility we get one move up before the price drop because we will have this correction. And also we have this here. We will expect to have this correction in relative to this for the next move down. And even I explained based on the daily chart based on the weekly chart that we can put this in relative to this. Okay, how are we going to look into this? Okay, that means we can expect for the next move down the price before the price can reverse. Okay, or some of the traders they look into this fully structure. Okay, anyway, no, this is based on the chart. Yeah, if you want to follow the chart based on the analysis, we can expect. This is the price supposed to come to the 10 cent to finish this correction before we get the next move up. But it doesn't mean it must. May the price can reach 10 cent, may not. Okay, that's why we are not sure about this. Okay, based on the chart we have. But how about the news? Yeah, if there is any news similar to what's happened here, can help the structure the price to reach 10 cent before we get the next move. Anyway, how we can trade it? Okay, as I say, we are within this big correction, and how deep this one can go, we are not sure whether this one can continue and drop until the price reach 10 cent due to any news, or structurally we are not sure. But what we explained, we can expect one move up at least to break this top around 40 cent if the price wants to drop. That's why I explain how we can buy here, and we should buy below the low. May I move to lower time frame? Forward. Okay, that's why I put this trend line here. I say if we are looking for buy, let the price break this low before we look for buy. How deep it can go, we are not sure, but let the price drop, break this line, then below this price around 25 cents, if we get any buy setup, we buy, and the target will be above this. Okay, how about if the price break this trend line and continue and go on lower and lower? Is good for us. How deep it can go, we are not sure. Okay, this is what I suggest. I say this is how I'm going to trade. Okay, beside that, do we need to look for breakout of this correction? Okay, it depends. If I move to this here, okay, can we put our trend line similar to what I put here? We say that may the price doesn't drop before get the next up move. Yeah, there is a possibility even the price correct and we get the up move before we get the down move. When I say before we get the down move, it doesn't mean we will get this. May the price from here start and move up. We are not sure. But whether we want to buy within this range, it depends. Okay, for me, I wait the price to break before I look for buy. Okay, now if I refer back to my last video, when the price was here, I say I won't suggest to buy. So you see, we can see the price drop. Now the thing is, whether this is a correction in relative to this for the next move up or not, we are not sure. How about if I put my trend line here? Can we expect the price move within this trend line? That means the price can continue to move? Yeah. If it gives us this move, how deep it can go, we are not sure. But if we see the price is moving within this two trend line, any buy, I wait the price to drop to this trend line, then from there I will buy if I get the buy setup. But right now we don't have any trade setup. How about if we get this is a correction for this for the next move up? It depends. Okay, That's why we are not sure how deep it can go. The only thing is where to buy. Let the price to drop, break the 25 before we look for buy. If we see the price drop and move lower, it's better for us. Okay. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup as well based on this. And the only things I want to highlight that be aware of the news for the non-19s. How whether the price from there it can move up or down, we are not sure. Okay, just we need to be aware of because of the situation for the XRP may the price drop and how deep it can go we are not sure, and whether the price can move to 10 cent still we cannot confirm. Okay, the only things right now we need to look for whether we will get this move, whether we will be within, I mean, if we get any up move from this correction to break the 40 cent before the price can drop or before the price can continue, or from here the price can continuously drop without giving the next up move. Okay, that's why now the question is how we can buy, where we should buy. Let the price to drop at least below 25 cent. From there, if we get the buy setup, we buy. If the price move lower, it's better for us. Okay. Anyway, we don't have any trades. By the way, uh, we just see what will happen by news on 19. Okay, whether the price can drop or not. But if for me, if the price drop, then I will see whether I can get the buy setup or not. And one more thing I need to highlight here is that even if we expect the price to drop, okay, mostly I mean, I say mostly the price can drop very sharp and reverse sharply. That's mean the possibility that price can drop to the 10 cent and stay there for the right quite a long time, I don't think. This is my view. Okay, my view is that if the price drop, we will get the sharp drop and reversal. Okay, anyway, we don't have any trade setup and we just wait, we see how we can trade it. And beside that, I will move to the Bitcoin. Okay, for the Bitcoin, when the price was here, I mentioned that if we're looking for buy, I won't buy within this range. This is the reason. See what's happened. Okay, now the question is whether we can put this one in relative to each other for the next move down. This is what I was explaining. And if yes, how about this? Whether this move is finished or not. That means if this move is finished, this one can continue and move, break this low. If not, how about this? Can we expect one move up before the price can drop? Yeah. Okay. That means if anyone wants to sell, the best thing is if there is a breakout flag, we can look for sell. But the question is whether we can get any trade setup from within this range. And the best thing is if anyone is looking for sell, let the price break this top before they look for sell. And what I mentioned in my last video that we are not looking for sell, we are more interested in the buy. And the only question is if we want to buy, where should we buy? That's why I explained that let the price break this low before we look for buy, because we're looking at this structure, the whole structure. The only question is whether this is the only correction. Then from there, we can expect the up move at least to break this top, or correction is not finished yet before we get this down move for the big correction. I explained in my last video. That's why I said if the price break this low, whether the price can drop from here or we get one more correction before drop. If break this low, now the thing is how deep it can go, whether it go and break this low for the first option or break this low, reverse for we get the bigger correction for the internal correction for the second option. Okay, and that means if you want to look for buy, let the price break this low before we look for buy. And one more things, we put the trend line this way. We mentioned whether we put the trend line like this or we put the trend line like this. Okay, now I say because of this move, I prefer to put the trend line like this. Now the question is whether we can say this is the breakout of the trend line, and if you want to buy we can buy from here. It depends. Okay, but I don't suggest. Why? Because we cannot say this is a sharp move and this is a flag, because it dropped too much. The only way I can say if I want to buy here, unless I get the correction flat before we get the buy. But if I look for buy flat, then how about this? I have already here. Okay, this is one thing also we need to bear in mind. That's why buying the breakout of the trend line with a correction here, it depends on the traders. But for me, I prefer the price drop before I look for buy. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup, and we just follow the chart. We see how we can trade. And if there is any update, I will share on YouTube. Thanks.